It's your favorite event. It's your favorite riders, unless you're a Dylan Stark fan. And it's your favorite place to ride. It's Rampage 2023. Let's get this. We're 5 days away from Red Bull Rampage 2023, and for the first time in a long time, it actually feels like anybody could win, primarily for two big reasons. The first one, Brandon Semenuk is not competing this year. I believe it's a scheduling issue. He's at the Lake, I believe it's the Lake Superior Performance Rally for the American Rally Association that just so happens to be the same day. And he's really leaning into the rally car thing, which is sick to see him progress in another form of his career, but that means he will not be here at Rampage. Also, last year's winner, Brett Reeder, will not be competing, kind of crazy. Because of that, I really think it's wide open. Let's go through the riders list real quick, just so that we can see who's here. First off, we have Simon Godziak, Tom Van Steenbergen, Kyle Straight, Brendan Faircloth, G. Atherton, Carson Storch, Alex Velikov, Jackson Riddle, Thomas Janon, Cam Zinc, Emil Johansson, DJ Brandit, Adolf Silva, Clemens Kodela, I'm so sorry, I'm watching that name, Reed Boggs, Talus Turk, Bienvenido Aguado Alba, and Kurt Sorgi. A pretty stacked field. We have a mix of old riders and new riders. Honestly, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited for the Rampage. This will be the same site as last year. It's the 2008 to 2013, and then of course the 2022 site. So a lot of these guys who have done Rampage for a long time have already been here. Obviously, if you competed last year, you already had a line, but there were only 5 guaranteed slots from last year. Normally they've done 10. So there's a lot more room for riders who haven't come before to be able to compete, which is really, really exciting. So what I want to do is I want to start off with someone who I'm very surprised to see here, and then I'll give you my top 3 who I think I'm going to podium. So first off, I think the most interesting invite by far has to be G. Atherton. For those of you who don't know, he's 37 years old. He's tied for the oldest competitor that's going to be there. He competed 10 or 11 years ago. Let me see, I have it written down. The last time he was here was 2012. He was 26 years old at the time. And he's back. I believe what I heard is Brandon gave his spot to G. Atherton, I want to say. I believe that's the case. When I first heard it, I was like, why? Like, G, for those who don't know, G is a huge downhill rider, very historic, well-known, one of probably on the Mount Rushmore of best downhill racers of all time, if you ask me. I'd put him behind Greg Minnaar and Aaron Gwynn as the 3rd greatest downhill racer of all time. The Atherton family, very, very famous, especially in the UK, mountain biking. He's a big deal, but he's not really a Rampage rider, not really a free ride rider. So I was kind of shocked, especially as Rampage has progressed to more and more trick-based. That was until I saw his line, and they did some preview stuff with Matt Jones a couple days ago, and oh my goodness. He's creating a 20-meter drop. It's a 65-foot drop. They're saying it's the biggest ever. I don't know if that's true. I know that there's a couple at the OG site from 2004 that are very, very big. But in actual Rampage competition, it might be the biggest in Rampage history. Do I think he's gonna podium? No, not really. Is he gonna be very fun and interesting to watch? 100%, so watch out for G. Atherton. So let's get on to my actual predictions. I truly think anyone this year can win except for G. Sorry, I don't think you're gonna win. But hey, I'm excited you're here. So let's start off with 3rd place, and that will have to be Cam Zinc. Now Cam Zink's no stranger to the podium. He's no stranger to Rampage. He's been here all but like 2 of the years of Rampage. I mean, he's been in Rampage for a long, long time. And I think he's got the line that could do it. Last year, they didn't quite get the run he wanted because they were all kind of basing it around the Oakley Icon Center. They were trying to recreate it, and they weren't able to get the speed correct. If the build videos are to be believed, it sounds like that won't be an issue this year. And who knows, we might see a recreation of him flipping the Oakley Icon Center, which would be insane. So yeah, I think that definitely pushes him into the top 3. I've always said that if Cam Zinc makes it to the bottom, if he doesn't crash, he's by far gonna be contending for the top spot. But I think he'll be in the top 3 for sure. In second place, I think I have to give it to Brendan Faircloth. Once again, his line's insane, like it is every year. He always seems to find this crazy, gnarly thing that nobody else wants to do. He's famous for canyon gaps, which he's made another one, and it's like a 60-foot canyon gap. It's like 18 meters or something crazy like that. Absolutely insane. But the thing is about his line, the freaking canyon gap isn't the sketchiest part about that. You have to go down this insanely steep run-in with a lily pad into a canyon gap, and rumor has it he's gonna try and flip it. So yeah, he's insane. I think for sure he's gonna get second. And now finally, for my first place prediction. This is someone that has been knocking on the door of winning Rampage for a couple years now. It's someone that, in my opinion, got majorly gypped last year, and it's Rampage runner-up Simon Godziak. He already has a podium line. I mean, the line is insane. And then he's adding the most diabolical thing on top, this weird lily pad feature where, like, for literally 15 years now, people have just been riding down from the start gate and down around this object. He's jumping on top of it and then off, knowing him, he's gonna try and trick something off. He's saying he's gonna share this feature with other people if they want to, which in his own words, he's a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy, I let the other.
Regardless, I think if you put this on top of his run that leads into a 360 into the canyon gap that he's gonna flip again, I believe. I mean, it's game over. I don't know how you could bet against him. I think for sure he's got this one. So there you go. Those are my Rampage predictions and preview. Let me know what you guys think. What is your top 3? What do you think the podium's gonna look like? Any other thoughts and feelings? Yeah, and peace.